And I'm sure that for 27th of September 2022. Original TV Mpensenmpensenmu jumede na fe na adwane bo amamo abe omude ne agro hene mo abe omude afi na aduru so se ye betena se na ya Mpensenmpensenmu na oto ade obetia ne se amefo na ba na akosi sai no omu komo na koduru sai obeti debt sustainability, debt restructuring, debt one external debt, domestic debt one chete terms ya na manfo busa say na kwaku we eno no ekire say dia hin no mo behwe domestic debt na domestic debt no kra say ye be domestic debt restructuring what is I mean eno ekire say nkomo bibiri na nkrofo busa ho asem bi nya daje na ye di ho enkomo nti na ato sa frem penfo mi no omba ami aba behwe sa asem no so wo ho Facebook original TV GH nti say oh sorry for TV no akoba bia don't worry Facebook original TV GH no kra no you can get interactive obetimi de wadwen kire aba hyase hye nkomo na se na ye nyina ye ni nkomo no hwe comment ba bia comment wona na so watchro na de wano atum Ghana nkomo no so do wano tum amfa so ba so ama ye nyina ye ni dia wonte ase ebusa dia wadwe ye oka ehye wonkon tirima sebi ayete se sebi emuma so dae why no ne discuss o dia ka e bia kra na it makes sense and be bo Ghana ana se anko make sense kra nkrofo betirim ne nyina yetimi akoye no medini kwaku owusu Adjei pato president so eye enyina ye koshia wi ase nyina ba Ghana omusi mebacho eye animtia na ebu president ana se de ekoso no ana seven preduasa yama president ye sending me by bluetooth the man say ne afili wo man wo ana bu ne yemu ade eno so ho asem e ho ebedi hu komo nana Kwame Asafo-Adjei Ayeh eye oko MPP external affairs ono ana oye deputy boss ya oho eye MPP say amano nene nyama ekoso outside Ghana ne de kaka ho nyina no ono ana oya badi akira omohwe omotutu ni nyina ede ma party ya bosome frɛ ho dehye prekope ya da bia me ka ne nkofo bizam na akote no wo he da bi me mfuma no mo nsɛmu no so me ka no no mate ma busam ono ana omo se bosome frɛ ho daache hene nana Kwame Asafo-Adjei Ayeh ewo ha sa nso ana se oko NDC amanyoko no mu ase oko Fiscal Management ono compare Bulsa North
in the Upper East
region. Upper East region
of the
Republic of Ghana.
Sub-Saharan
Africa.
Yes.
Timothy Ataboadey Awontiirim Mr. White. I'll combination in the obo.
You must disguise yourself.
So there was I crawling near that they would be far hotre. Well, combination.
What was the Kenya address it? Oh, it's good. You name them in Ghana here. You name them. Yeah, initially, you address it. I mean, consistency can dress it. So you know you don't go there. You know you have to do that to cover something.
Because the evidence said you're too crumational. On once the cycle we said, it's remember what Bamumu, that's a hidden and Kwame Asafo-Adjei Akwaba. Bosome frɛ ho for ho te sɛn because na say maybe say be so constituency ada BBC wo ho ana
bichi kakra na boy
oh
medical me chia o me chia me senior ni o kai say be master say Legon na me say me pe grasa president pay one hese me MPP ana say NDC ana bomb kido me ka say one of me major support me free the class it was overwhelming you know and no me who post na me who in so na say hey honorable
na Ataboadey no what I say
no Ataboadey simply means that literally you obet ma fan say dear na me wa bet mama wedi or what can I get to eat or what do I have to eat.
Okay.
But the full meaning means that what has wickedness got to benefit you?
Yeah,
what do you benefit from that?
Then he's leaving the name. Oh, in fact, part of our to you see, I was not a Legon boy. I mean, call Legon that. Biambabe masters, Legon. My first time I'm a Legon. In call Legon that. You see position, Cassia Grassak president. Biam call Legon that. Ope. Nye papa we no mun so me mu. Sometimes he calls you, look, go here, do this, do that, do that. And his class, he told them, hey, we are going for this man. And he worked super. And I'm always grateful for him. I mean, he showed some brotherly love, and I'm always grateful. Until I remember who was, yeah, I'm coming to meet my boy. No. With or without power, he's a big man.
You know, Honorable, some of these things we are very passionate about them. You see, we are Ghana power. Debt, it is IMF. We are talking about debt restructuring. You can't debt sustainability. You can't external debt. You can't domestic debt. Are we going to do domestic debt restructuring? What does it take? Are we going to go to Parliament? Are we going to have to change some laws? How is it going to affect household investments? How is it going to affect banks? Any pension? Ninyina ye kan yesika idea to aban e ka wa brochure 2021 aban ka na odin domestically e so chen de no ode wa amano na as see the no mu no nti na so ye hyepe na se as so amano no de no e balloon but aban kwan a wa fa so na say crowd share strategy or de by reducing people's purchasing power. Said they buy Ankrofo with car, they will invest. What to say? Obi to treasury bill, penalties are buying bond bosiano no. And it's money in our banks. The omo and so munya scar. Instead, say nkomo de be court say be on be investment. I hold on no more at their comma a buying. And I say a buying bond bosia because some him say a buying the Jewish car on sap back bad. In cases or situations like this, now I shall say 2015, 2014. I mean 2014, 2015. Kobasi ebeko IMF say any conversations wo debt sustainability the saying is it here the team produce I mean a whole lot of things come into it but the dynamic can say you find nyina ne fetch for downgrade ni nyina no de you fa akwakosi nyina ne say o business na ana ngoma for nso so ho mo tete omutimi ka say akwa we said you will see the kai one hwe yi na some man bosia bia wa wontimi ntu asa na Ghana situation akwa akoye ebi tom ebi asan basisi a said saying yenya His Excellency the former president that called for national dialogue young man attention sa asem no kan yen san fire drink ho ana say oh the managers are in control everything will be fine what you think Asafo?
Yo, Peto, me chia so Asafo-Adjei. It's a long time. And then, notwithstanding the good thing, he's also a humble guy, a gentleman, par excellent, because me call on me, and I'm in masters at the same place. But we interacted freely, not age gap and so on.
So, now you're honorable.
Now I'm a free parliament.
Okay.
So, and most of the students, it was later on who said, I've even been to Parliament before. Wow. So, because I was just behaving like normal student and so on. So, the admiration was there. So, I thank him for the commendation.
One an admirable person. I mean, teacher, Madame Bao. Teacher Diva, Madame Ba.
And I probably are not a friend. We call my mom 5:30. No, I bet now my bed no. Anopa. Near Casa, and bed dabe 8. No, I bet no near Casa. So that's the beauty of a mother. But you see, maybe a dream, and then we have to call for better understanding and coherence and cohesion in our national development. Share the economy is the engine of every state all over the world. Inti sa obana obesum na wansum ye na patre na se ka se twesa na woko the baby a woko na ekodru baby a it will lead to the CC, the triple C, and it will go to the double C maybe. So the major issue, whether restructuring, whether sustainability, is how to bring it on track. Is the measures as you see the baby on track. Because say pumping even $10 billion into it now, is it enough to bring the economy on track on a sound footing? And say the policy will look at our fiscal management of our resources as of today. Say I need to say improve your fiscal management. You can't say the juma economy more. That's how this. I had to say the why you juma tokro dahon. If you keep pouring the positive resource into the debt, it's not going to sustain it. You cut domestic borrowing. It's simple matter. Now, one of the MPP guys, they were one program. I'm a catcher and say, look, the issue of budget deficit, we can manage it, but can we manage the issue of the debt to GDP? And also, let me see. Look, budget deficit, you are supposed to spend 1,000 cedis. No, I budget to say I spend 1,500 Ghana. Once we name say income is 1,000 cedis. So where are you going to get the 500? The best thing you can always do in the case of deficit is to do what? Cut down on your expenditure. Cut the items now. Deficit now. We better spend. Cut it from that point and manage with your revenue. And I must tell everybody today, this area, meaning there's no revenue in the world that is better than tax revenue from your people. So manage it according to the basket of the tax revenue you get. No borrowing, no grants, nothing. It's tax revenue, tax. Sure, I was telling
so your tax to the relationship between your taxes and expenditure. And I say any GDP, yes. Ghana has seen.
Yes.
Form.
But you see, you know why I work from a tax revenue? We should stop increasing taxes. We should stop expanding wide. The current tax system, if we do genuine collection of the tax, it will exceed the expected revenue. Genuine collection is that there's so much tax evasion, there's so much corruption in the tax system, there's so much non-payment. DCB I want to bring this into the level for people to understand. Now, who can't debt restructure and this was who out there in team called comedy amount for DCB in Accra. He told me, he says on your comments, I say, oh no, call this assembly honor. He didn't increase the tax, but he improved on the existing taxes side the man of honor. Or my man for be George the bar, I'll give you compensation. He tripled what he came and met. He didn't add new tax. It has been in my mind. So Ghana say, I'm for new tax. That's why we'll make the tax collection effective and efficient. Can't we improve and get even more than the current tax?
The existing one, they are either being not collected, and now somebody collects and it seeps.
Yes. And now, so we share expose our Joy TV on customs and the evasion of taxes and so on. People have become cartel. Share, let me tell you something. The illicit financial outflows, tax evasion, the multinational corporations, some of the free Africa have come is over $1 trillion for the past 30 years.
And they are being collaborated. And their collaborators are people who are supposed to make
beautiful. And I've been thinking, why can't our people be nationalistic and patriotic at this hard time? But you see, the government communicators have equally made things difficult for itself. When issues like this bar, and so they should rather be explaining to people and move all of us along the same umbrella. No, they'll be apportioning blame and saying that I'm COVID in tear, and energy sector levy, energy sector, what do you call it, clean up, banking sector clean up, energy sector over
energy, your friend saying take or pay.
Take or pay if it's not COVID anka. Ye nduru bebi e na bibia ye. But sa niema forward any the NDC year no. Boni na NDC year no mo se munjina nchen. Ne mfa ma omo mbeka che say they are competent and they can manage the economy. But we ankasa ka on the last lecture. The economy is
but if they are facts, why are they ombeja no ho and in the name of rallying everybody behind him to know? Omunya economical with the truth. Is that your
no? But that even should be governance. That's good governance.
No, but sir, if there are facts.
No, but the facts have been
the past should be there to guide us into the future.
The facts of this, that what I've mentioned, has been overflocked. Even energy sector, yes, energy sector. When the Minister of Finance and Pope Bayern, what did he say about it? They take or pay, no. It was less than $1 billion, over 900 and something million on what the buyer when he was asked to prove on the floor of Parliament. But if you keep saying that it's $1 billion or some billions of the energy of take-up, are you challenging the Minister of Finance? So must they be saying something that has been dealt with and thrown into a dustbin? And assuming like
ne kanana ya na ehi ana say you will kwan fast can because say all debt about $1 billion. Yeah, a dahoda bia was say $1 billion in dollars. And I said let me find 900 million in dollars. Yeah, usika wo penyina no. We generate sika wo Ghana has ya. Also nya forex. And sana ode asha atua sa aka no. Eno no bedding nko awo ho. And sana de aka de gutafo be hia, traders be hia de akwakoye, the individuals be hia de akọ holidays, they are buying ankasa niema genuinely here was import any raw materials that sometimes we have to import. Ni nyina home kontamai. But was some 900 million be also to no here $1 and our forex time be is that not a worry?
My brother, all these things are it has been budgeted for and approved in Parliament. That was why we brought the energy sector, ESLA, to cater for that aspect. Until there's something that has been catered for by way of taxing the people of this Ghana to clear the energy.
I understand that one, taxing the ESLA, so because the previous Moma administration, you thought of it. Who said we need to pay for it. It's in quite a bit fast. So we had ESLA. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, ESLA. No nyina na yejejini in Ghana city but $2 me can the $1 na so yes no $2 nti ka foforo bi wo ho dada apart from your dead stock car bia ewo ho a betua e be sika kwakọ $1 de atua no we dey wo ho take or pay the man here say utua o wantua o oyuso utua eno na ya na o de di nkomo no kire
eno dey na e be di nkomo. It has been solved by the ESLA. It has been solved by the energy sector levy.
By ESLA in Ghana city.
No, when you what's your value no? Today, your friend say even $1 billion is equivalent to your friend is saying 10 billion Ghana city. Yes, sir. ESLA has exceeded it 10 times. One says ESLA and it will end at 2035 or something. Yeah. What did you use the money for? We need one day make no. You want to clean up banking sector, more say 9 billion, yes, sir. You end up over 20 billion. Did we create it?
5 billion.
Yes, did we create it? Yeah, Kono, Fitch and other rating agencies told us that the way the economy has been managed, exit here, it doesn't matter the government that will come. The estimate is that it will grow at 8%. The GDP will be that. You understand?
In fact, EIE predict over 7. Okay, you say obi obe beje or minor from 2017. Economy here on a very sound footing.
Yes.
Obetimia grow to bear 8%, 7 to 8%.
Into all these things are there. Then we share your economy journey. Maybe bring more the energy sector letter, even the get fund. What do you call it? The sinking fund, the infrastructure
Get
fund.
And almost 40%. And almost secretized.
You name it. And when they came, they did capping to create fiscal space on traditional payment of get fund, health insurance, and they did the capping. So they create a fiscal space. Because since it's having the challenge on the fiscal area, you know. But where have we? We have moved from even CC to double CC.
Double C.
Double C. And then he said, Drew, nature say we must all come together as a nation, like suggested initially by you say, John Mahama has talked about. We are Ghanaians, is that not it? But is that what the government in power is posturing? They keep telling us they are in charge. And that
there is instead of having a national agenda, we have a political agenda.
Where we have gotten, no, it's not because. I mean, look, social media has made communications easier. I was telling my young, because everybody now knows what is happening. You can't hide again. The debt is too much. It's over 390. It's going to 400 billion. How do you carry the people along when we share the investment, the capital investment cannot match the quantum of money that we got? My car, 3 projects, put even NDCs aside. Look at the gas projects, what it's giving us at the end of each year, $300 million. The port expansion, what has given over $200 million by way of the tax. But it's paying itself off. Terminal 3 that we use, these 3 projects are paying themselves off.
But for port, the number say, okay, I have PPP.
Yeah,
which means that Sika be free about. I'm here
because
and the edge.
Yes,
there is a likelihood that over repatriating Sika.
Certainly, so that's how PPP, and there's a law guidance that we are it's employing people.
Yeah.
It has given employment. It is giving government income. It's sustaining families. If someone invests, look. The real issue is the lack of capital investment. You can give it anyway. 400 billion. If you invest 300 billion, calculate in terms of dollar, into areas that can pay for itself. It pays. What is kind of gum? So be a you man or this guma or person cano enkwenim. Now, so you take care of your income, you pay your workers, even though you know you are owing, but at the end of the day, you are able to go distance. Look, maybe Drew, we would need a national dialogue, whether you run away from it or not, because the ratings are telling you, and can you see how IMF need by inside now? Look, every day is on the economy, every day is on the economy. If this investment had been done, even though the challenges will be there, it would have been able to absorb. It's like what take away income, so be sifiama or no. What you have gone to take loan. Loan now quite GDP one fancy loan and so asa. Would you see can you see the pressure on you? Because you are deducting in so you are still paying rent.
So you are still paying rent.
And yet the house is nowhere, no foundation, nothing.
Asafo-Adjei, who said no the documents be who hard copies now soft copy put them in which means who said issues be President Akokasa mi ehuru no ni nyina aye de ye kan esi kasem se de esi etie fit for say CCC ni de kra na nka economy na da das be no ye ti si ba kono bo ye de amunu nti no ye si ye ni ye boy ye hombra ye chese ye de car ye ntimi ntua ye debt ye kan say portfolio no the kakraka se de esi tie ni nti mo bia ma e bosia
Senior, me dase. Na mechiao tie for no ahwefo. Mechia Ghana mampani na bedi akire. Mechia mpanimfo a ebo Ghana ho bra. Na party na wo aban nti mechia ye party mu mpanimfo. Chairman Stephen Brenya in team JFK na Nabi any team a ebo party no ho bra. Mechia Busome friend ho for na mechia me ankasa me wo fire danso DC for Busome friend ho a sebe ba mo wode ne ntama nyunyu aba be kata ne ho a ofa ne ho kafo e de ne ko no officially no the DC for Busome friend ho yere afri mo a yeguso e be di 1 week no on the 6th of October Nti no pato we de Mr.
Wada 6th of October.
6th of October ya wada be na wotwe. Na odi wani munyam aba be.
Na me adoma first year Covid ba aba be fa ma me kiko. Oh, abe to. Nti yakobo na chi dom na so be ka say.
What the number no?
O abe fa. Nti yakokumase. Na Covid ba abe fa ma me ki. Nti yakobo ni chi dom obe ka say ya. Nti October no ankasa no kra ni
wa ta. Me mama kakumase ona mama ye cabbage stew kakra no. Adaro. Na me chia ne say wi no. Senior Eden Komona for baby. And I would want to go that tangent. He's calling for a certain nationalistic approach to dealing with the critical issues a confronting and a bedevil as a country. One of the key issues are a tax revenue. And I agree with him 100% on the issue of tax mobilization to support development and answer a GDP. Key. I know I was talking to my colleagues at Accra Technical University. Now, share the need for us to introduce your friend is saying e-levy. May analysis of about 20 European countries. Their tax to GDP percentage, minimum among them, is 36%. The tax to the GDP, minimum 36%. Maximum 70 to 78% tax to GDP. UK here, ubetuma ye adwuma enya $100 a month. Ubetumi $50 extra tax. And my senior is aware of it.
Already pound sterling.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. £100. Yeah, nowadays, 50.
No.
For purposes of clarity. Now, only £50. Only £50 extra tax. So, then you come to the sub-Saharan African or the African countries. The maximum tax to our GDP. The maximum is 26%. Maximum. Minimum, Ghana count 12%. Ghana 12%, your tax to GDP ratio 12%. What it literally means, and I say me say wa bobiem esiwa freboye danso so beti ase yie no. E kire say me ti ho ya bo so me calculate say me say 1,000 cedis e de abo me ho bra nyina. 1,000 cedis no me ankasa me to boa na me contribution na me year for 1,000 cedis na me spend no 120 cedis. Enti no 880 no menya we he me fa we he won ya na be ma me say iska no. Thank you. And consistently till now, that is how our nation or our economy has been structured. And if we don't move from this structural, foundation of our economy now, we would always have challenges and problems as a country.
Is that not why the decisions?
No, maybe build the point.
Build the point. But is that not why decisions are taken? Because when him say one kasa osika unya ya no wo hinhan wo ya odebe ball brano edin just okopebi. Is that not why the okopa free baby no e was say odinura baby betimi ama wo sikasem ayeye na watimi anya no a odisize kan ho a so no bi adware no.
Beautiful.
You see I agree. I agree perfectly. Now see that question largely is difficult to respond to. Let me more example. Obi say baby ebe ma ye revenue. Ono obi choose wait throw me off but I'll come back. Baby ebe ma ye revenue no ono be choose terminal 3 because there will be a certain proceeds coming from terminal 3. Na dwene no. Hold on. Obi nso say baby of fee said that's ebe sustainable. That build the economy robust is to build the human resource of this country into this country free SHS. These are choices and decisions based on orientations and principles of governments. So this argument of consumables, then, I hardly and seriously find it difficult to distinguish between them. Because look, minimum crofua, you know, mo shase, no papa no uska, omo ya defo, papa no tokas, esi dan, ene, papa no ewu, bisa se dan anyway, bisa se car anyway, bisa se wo mabra bot sen. Sebi, you know, musu bidu, you papa no money ten, but they invested in our resources, human resources, and development.
All this school concurrent, they
yeah, me be catch man for the me jamufa nana, and yes school pa and coming to me papa and kusia will go na masters. It mean track class money.
We share a different area, but not Lego.
Yes. So it is about choices.
And our cocoa farm.
It's about choices. And the my response are issue. Now let me come back to my point. Now, critically, the tax revenue.
Find out if I was satisfied with
no, but
you build your point. I'll come back to
the tax revenue issue. We must
because the entire make us say one be some. If you remember what tax revenue, it's very important. But the entire make coming in and say, unso can say, obi energy so this can be quite share terminal 3, and obi so energy so or this can be share free SHS. But
these are examples.
Examples. But then share kwanya nipa no faso enye sika no ene kwanya sika no be faso ni tua no mu on the borrowing no wo hwe se de ositie na wo hwe how strategic you will be e wo borrowing no you take into consideration kwanya ebua wo dem they say you can COVID-19 and it lingering bottlenecks maybe a kaka
ka you look at we will go in circles but we'll go in circles on this matter and come
but
back
when you find drone so and
come back to arrive on the point of choices and decisions and how your political or governance orientation is. That's where we'll come back to.
And don't forget, you don't need to send about people like us.
And for me, raising issues be. Before I come back, the indicators, all the economic indicators, are a war on Maimu, and now I say, as a country, about the 24 of them, key of them, we were performing better. Proud to commit. He knows that. It is fact and undisputed. What I say? So that decision yielded results. Those decisions paid off. Those decisions were evidential for everybody to see its results.
Okay, what were we doing in America?
These decisions were clear for everybody to see. The growth rate, per capita income, all of them, all the sector, everything. Now, the bottom line is
almost automatic.
No worry. You see, me,
the economy was on autopilot.
Don't worry, we can go into this several times. Don't worry. But my point basically is that when we're talking about this tax issue, a key and critical. That is why you ask yourself, and then successive governments are here to increase our tax base. He was mentioning the DCE, actually how ultimately boosting the tax revenue and that's a tax mobilization. And I was impressed. But you ask yourself, government upon government, then that is why I applaud the digitization drive of Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. To have tax, there were formal sector and informal sector. What you say? Now, Ghana, about 90 or 80% of your tax burden, the formal sector. So, mutia Senate, mutia NHIS, mutia all the tax. All the tax. Now, the informal sector has been, left free. How do you formalize the informal sector to feed into your tax net? Basically, it's digitization. The TIN numbers are genuity, and they are tied the Ghana card. Virtually everybody in Ghana now is having a TIN number. Everybody in Ghana now can be identified. Juma, now you're hairdresser, now you're carpenter, now you're electrician, you're welder, you're weaver. There is a way to identify you, and there's a way for you to contribute into our tax basket so that our tax will increase. 2, introduction of novelty tax that is why Ghana trase introduce the e-levy. Do you know that currently as you tell you pass e-levy, but the major impact and effect that I was seeing now e-levy we are not getting because of how it was passed and as the component you pass it. Because the components, you the major chunk of the things that would give us the money, you free because of the seemingly hang parliament. So if we are pushing for a nationalistic approach to dealing with tax revenue and tax mobilization, then we need the NDC in parliament to support some of these decisions, to support some of these things. Because young comrade, look, you are applauding Terminal 3. You know that we are still paying bills, we are still paying the loan Terminal 3 contract, we are still, the drawdown came to us and we are still paying them.
Going concern.
Yes, we are still paying them.
Going concern.
So it is important we know that, look, see, as a country, then we must look at all those angles and deal with them. It came to another point, or say, on TSS, ye kase a COVID, a Russia, Ukraine, a take or pay, and a banking sector cleanup. I've sent you that
report.
No, apart from that report, I've sent you another way. And you make sure. Frank Perry.
Mahama Energy Sector Agreement.
Frank Perry.
Drowning Ghana.
World Bank country director. Ono kind. Meaning so about kinds of peace now hono. I'm a tear for you so that he would corroborate the story.
Public document.
Yes.
Yeah. We can put info upon it free Ghana web.
Yes.
It's a public document. Yeah. Or say the World Bank country director Ghana Pierre Frank Laporte believes that unreasonable energy sector agreement forced Ghana into a situation where the country is now seeking support for the International Monetary Fund. According to him, albeit the impact of the COVID-19, which he said has resulted in a difficult environment for businesses, he indicated that spillovers from energy sector is another major cause. Ghana is currently paying over 12 billion Ghana cedis for power not used as a result of the cost of pay or take contracts. Ghanaians have enjoyed stable electricity supply since 2017 as opposed to the dreaded power outages that Doomso they endured in 2011 to 2016. Okay, so this is based on
what country director
on his beliefs.
No. I'll confirm the beliefs. No, senior, I'll confirm the beliefs. Now, what kind of study am I? That assessment was not made by me. It was made by the World Bank country director. Listen, to corroborate those stories, my mouth expenditure on exceptional items between 2018 and 2021, and pay attention.
What document is it?
Financial sector. Yes,
no, document when I can film no.
What's the document when I can film? This was the lecture. Lecture by Dr. Baumia.
Okay.
Yes. And it is very verifiable fact. These were spendings by government.
Okay.
These were spendings by government, and you cannot get no less a person than the chairman of the economic management team putting it out there. So it's credible.
No, but so who could be everywhere? It should be verifiable.
And my mount, something I'm actually.
Say on the lecture.
Yes, on the lecture.
Or the free fan.
It is the budget. The budget at the core parliament. That's where the extract is coming from.
Okay.
Now, financial sector.
Yes.
Financial sector, financial sector. You say 25 million, like he said, the cleanup. The excess capacity charges, we spend 17 billion. And then COVID-19, 8.1. Okano Bomwa, 50.1 billion Ghana cedis. I say. Now, over expenditure on the flagship programs are free SHS. We spend 5.3. One district, one factory, 0.475 billion in Ghana cedis. Planting for food and job, 2.95 billion. Development authorities, that's middle, northern belts. We spent 1.9. NAPCO 2.1 billion. Zongo Development Fund 0.17 billion. The NHI card, we spent 1.1 billion. Teacher training allowances, restore. We spent 0.77 billion. Nursing training allowance, we spent 0.86 billion. Okani Nabuma 15.6 billion. One district, one factory, 0.47 billion, 0.42, 0.472 billion.
To 47.
Let me make my point. All these points, a boom. We spent 15.6 billion, which all of them put together and do excess capacity charges. So if maybe not get the point. No, 17 point. No, I'm giving you a period. Between 2018 to 2021, 17 billion. So the argument now is that say ene yakwa hihiem na ye kase ye niam bi ni ensusu ye bi ni decisions a ye take bi na amwa ye then decision was ye hwe ni ye ho adwuma yie the take or pay now much more than all these items I've mentioned.
Okay, let me see
if
I understand.
Oh, okay. Good.
Say, ye hwe sika ye yusu ye e de ball man ho bra de de hwe nkrofo de training nkrofo de ye mpuntudwuma o kan nyina aboma a little over 15 billion.
15.62 billion.
Now o hwe yes
solve
doom so.
Yes.
No.
And yes, solve doom so. We are serving doom so we.
No, me ba ntino me can't yes no na kofa ye solution na ye pen na kofa excess no capacity na ye de we see on the in solve doom so. Ye ni ama afide na yakonya ahode na ma na broso. Ahode na abroso no. De ye ntua, de ye mfa nye hwe ana ye nyusu no. Se yusu ye nyusu ye betua no. Eno kwa ya bo ho ka be 17
billion.
Sa na o patch. Okay.
Inti se me say pay no inti me say ene si yakwa hwehie mu ahwehie ne kra no enyina so ho yakwa hwehie mu na ye say eniyeme bia ye na ama yakwa hwehie mu a ade ne jai sa ade we say ye nka ho asem say no de nka ho what me argument na say si yakwa hwehie mu na say ye share the decisions that we took. Because I wrote it here, key among the things. I said decisions. So see, decisions are you take here as a mind and then we cannot overlook the excess capacity charges decision. Now, Minfa and no two.
Dear Nankai.
We told them. We told them. Said that time, Dumsona yinya no over 4 years na yinya Dumsono. The bottom line was resources, not generation, because we had the capacity. So the bottom line was resources, fuel to power our plants. That was what we needed. Almost Debbie, it was generation. So they took emergency agreements. Even the emergency agreement came to fusion after years, and he knows that. Senka yesi emergency denka aya 6 months. It should be emergency. But these emergency decisions came to fusion after years, 2 years, 3 years. And some of them, when it came to fusion, the decision, the contractual agreement was not favorable. And they said, me unya kania, me be produce kania ma. Me produce kania no be 10 megawatts. And nuna ubetuaka. U yusu 10 no, when you 10 no, ubetua 10 na me produce ne ka. Take or pay. Instead saying okay, u produce 10 no. Na me use mu 3 kra no 3 na me use no eno na me twiaka o se debi so they went these decisions they went or entered eno na affect yen eno na ma ye boss aka so e can be yes e can be good thank you for the question e can be now me I think like he said he used a word which I like overflogged. It has been overflogged because of the unnecessary politicization of our crisis of MPP going to IMF. I was
Pato
small boys.
Me a part of the few MPP people who spoke vehemently, said, IMF, I was part of them. Because those times, the indicators supported that assertion. The indicators were so solidly amplifying those points.
The indicators showed
no,
you have to go. No.
So good. So when did the indicators started showing? The indicators started showing when COVID had critically set in. And now, when we say COVID, and yes, Sikanoa, you say the boy Homegrown. And now Sikana, you say the chair more, and Sikana, you say the ma free electricity. Yes, that is not the COVID impact we are talking about. We are talking about a situation where na container Yinwo airport, Yinwo harbor, which was almost 13,000 container for Tefuta, now moved to like times 8 of the price because of the your friend said the impact of a certain COVID. IMF prices now skyrocketed. That is one of the impact. And we're talking about a certain Russian-Ukraine war. Now, major world economic forces have taken over. Now, people are hiking their currencies. Strong, potent currencies in this world are being hiked, which is affecting our city. That is what we are talking about. Fuel pricing skyrocketing, all-time high.
COVID-19 has never come once again. You say buy. You know, nipa bi no ma say enya omo a ombetime awu. Ebi no mo ho enya omo a ombetime survive. Omo enya omo a ombetime awu no ye omo underlying health conditions. Until COVID, yes, hit us. Its bottlenecks still lingering. Yeah, dear to me. But the reason we are where we are is that underlying friend saying,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Diabetes,
BP. I agree with you. You see, some of but for the Chini channel, but for the Chini channel, but for the Chini channel, but I'll let this slide. Let me tell. We are exposing some of the underlying conditions we had. And Honorable clearly exposed one major of them, which is for the tax component. And also underlying conditions. Se otiwiase na busomi sika odebo ho brano dodo no a obobosia sebe ne obobosia no won ho no onya asem a utimi wu. I don't know if you get the point I'm making. Ne obobosia no won ho no onya asem a utimi wu. Number 2, bosia na wabo no, you take such decision say bosia na wabo no udimu 17 billion ekutia capacity charges are wunyusu asem to a utimi wu.
Because we need to nipa so too much odwen ho say e bad dia me kwaje bosia free ho. So yes you here ska we say o mean creative space kakra no creative space unya afi na wa baby a dem fran ohome fa no na wo tua onframa no tua mframa no tua mframa na na tua na
so clearly Pato, you understand why I am telling you say if we go on his tangent it will help us. Even on that tangent we must be circumspect with the things we pick and choose. But see decide they say any MPP are buying B creating the impression as though MPP are buying B na am one home modern ye B na amasa to renche me anasa hunchire everybody. Then you would call me the government communicator to come and fiercely put up a defense. Okay. Instead of coming
but you see they say there abet to your empire say you were coming you were the bosia born no abontin and the bosia born no fie. They say I am for any omon common no baby abegina ne say I was say a share say any omo edi omo ka no ekasa Ba ye check ye no ka ye de no ofie no na ye de ye nsa ka ebe yi. Nti say wo se ye sha ase ni wo mo a ye ni omo ye de omo ka ofie no. Domestic debt restructuring na say I said that is the baby I say ye woman fa ebetimi aye yi. Na no so ye be ya ye ka domestic debt ni nyina no ye say agigi mi sika say de be pension amame. Nipa no de ye investment say de be amekọ ahomegye mu a obenya sika odi betua me ka na bibi etisa obenya mfaso so sika no be wo ba bank fo agigi mi sika no se de be wo ba household mi ankasa nsuso mi sika me so me de ye investment ni nyina ye bosia a me de abo aban se aban me de mani ato bibi so se sika na me friend saying pension for no mo from so mo gigi sika no trustees no mo gigi mi sika ni na no investment a mo de koye ni nyina no mo twan se bibi dividends be free so aba me nso so me de sika koto treasury bill me twan se bibi be free so aba bank for gi mi sika mo nso so de akwakoye ma ban twan se because aban dey safer se aban na so ayeshi or ye debt restructuring they say just say okọ no koye mmara ya bia bet bia nka bia rate interest rate ni ade ya betete so ekoba ne saa me pension be sofa bank sika be sofa me so me investment am ya be sofa e say mu ya dan His Excellency the former president called for a national dialogue.
Sincerely, let us stop. Let's just put a stop to this.
All right. Okay.
Let us put a stop.
No, but there are people who can help in that. They say, it looks like you have hit a snag.
You see,
but you have hit a snag.
NDC. Even though there was no external shock, which was domestically motivated by their own management of the economy. What did they do? They decided to do a public or a national dialogue in Senchi. What did they come out with? What did they come out with? They came out with homegrown measures. What were the homegrown measures? We found out that the homegrown measures they came out with was in our financial document already.
So implement.
Hold on. Was in our financial document already.
Which was?
So I didn't know. What you say? I didn't know. Now, when we they proceeded to IMF. Their savior.
Policy credibility.
Their savior.
Policy credibility.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
IMF Bama. Nabia was said the OTA and all the OTA. Okay. But the OTA and IMF for 70 and say the entire call IMF Nina say, yeah, Peobi obeti me abedi ejinamu. Na say ye kopabo say on be maybe. That is the bottom line.
Thank you.
And he said, oh yeah, homegrown solutions.
Yes.
Na say o say o de say o kopabo say be maybe. Just say o pe nipa we are seeing na agini too. Na waka say sa ni homegrown solution na o de ba no. Ade aye sustainable. Ntino me so me kra me ta na chi. Say the be am kopabo say amenya bi. That is what that is. The everything. Oh, but I don't know. They said they over can make come on.
IMF phenomenon. Sabi, sani autiasi, tiasi kakra. Me person so me sanchiro say the NDC believes in IMF more than the MPP does. And that's one a fact. What you say? A fact.
I know we will be the stretcher or that stretcher so
they believe in the IMF than we do. What share records I call over 16 or 17 times. They've taken us there more than we have done. So they believe it. Secondly, Atufossin on the floor of Parliament, Okaye equivocally said the IMF will serve as our big brother. And they will clean their books and check us. ABF Fuseni, onukra de obu betuaso. Pablo sat in Asempa, made the same points. Now, when we went to IMF, you see IMF for, this is what their country director said. I say, Director of International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgina, has attributed Ghana's prevailing weak economic conditions to shock from the COVID pandemic and the Russian-Ukraine war. According to her, shocks from two unforeseen factors have heavily impacted on the economy and are not able to blame the country's woes on bad policies said to be implemented by the government. Mama, one World Bank, the other IMF bank, making this cogent, potent, clear comments. Bako say, ono die na nimdie mu na desua mu enema ogidi no. Ogidi say, sa take or pay excess capacity charges na ye make ye no. And no ka ho na ye do baby ye do. This is a renowned person, learned and experienced in that field. Mami so IMF ni ono so say, o ma hwe ye nkrata ni nyina se ne atofo se na ekire ye no. O ma check all their books. O mu ndidie nkire wo mo say. The problem we are facing or the challenges we are having now is as a result of decisions via government way take here. It cannot be. So, I don't know why, because of politics and because we want to take some credit, we are heavily pushing everything. Look, Pato, I'm telling you, sir, system when you blame it on the Kufuor's management, then you are not being fair to us. Because this government is one of the government that unprecedented. They are audacious, they are bold, and they are impacting lives in this country. So I don't get it when my brothers want to make the case look like, hey, they are alternative, they are options, they are the next in line government. And, because these things are happening. And now Magana for say saying AC. Now because of Amanyo Semuntino. Oh, Petro Yatum, and then a Kufuor na ama Petro Yatum. Oh, me koto in tools. Me koto, your friend is saying, Ofos. Nanka first, me kita 5 CD, me kita 10 CD, sir. Me do demo, amenya Ofos atare ato ashen. This time round, Ofos no kita sa 5 CD na unyan top because the dollar or the pounds or the importation aye no akosro. Okay. So it is clear that okay, Mikita, another document we have.
Oh, well, I clear the on Sumembo Casabia. So, the entire mama who can own our bam. But I bet you, Mama.
What I had wanted to. This is Ghana Export, Import and Trade Partners.
Trade surplus balance.
There be a guy. Yeni amanoni foodie. Now it was going to be my last point. Say. We your tax ni fiho. We some of these things. Another thing a boy from Kessie a rate of importation and the rate of exportation.
Balance of trade surplus.
You see, it doesn't mean say
balance of trade surplus.
We are looking at the economic structure. Economic structure, senior, your structure no over your independence, senior.
But you have come to turn it around, haven't you?
So
why are we not feeling the effects?
That is why I am taking you through, and you see how the figures are going.
That may be the figures.
It is important. It is critical. You must know. And sometimes too. Some of these things are artificial.
Yeah, figures.
Figures. That me from video bio TV so. A branch be kwew side ho baby. Okoto your friend say tomatoes bear bucket ma 40 cedis. Tomatoes bear bucket. Or say enumpo eyi na abakrom ho ma ho aba. Itina ne boy ding. Na sa tomatoes na
that is very true.
Yeah, the bank
pricing behavior.
It is so artificial. I told you about the cabbage in Adeto.
That is true.
So seriously, we must be
two things. Go caution and or call the academic way, Learn from Dr. Bawumia. Go learn from me as a young man. You will not take it part. The reality versus the other canon. When you what the match here and quay. And I keep saying to this, look, free HSS.
Bibian, who are friends are. You need free HSS.
No, even whatever it is. Whatever it is. And your flagship programs now, a total to 15 point something billion. If it was impactful, someone will use it, or positive, it created positive impact. A survey was done in this country. That was 2020, and there's no any bigger survey than that. You know the survey? That was the election survey. 13 million people voted to know whether the 17.75 Amodiye flagship program it had a positive impact.
15 points.
No.
15. You get it. That is the best judgment.
I know almost say Mumi really my.
Ghana for 2 years.
No,
0200 854
But don't let me correct this.
No, but only the
no, that point. That point is true.
On car point we are. What man
17 million no asem no
that
kan.
was 15 my correct say 15 billion.
Or can vote in a two, what you say? The result of the vote, the 6 point something million you had, and 6 point something million Kufado had, and the difference between the Kufado and Mahama, over 700,000.
No.
All right, my phone do our man. So, but you didn't find okay, but you didn't find
what has been your winning?
I am just because through go.
Yet you mean
I MPP now. And see Jama or flip which is by and when it's now.
But the point you
are Kawasam or say any say or house or dress no space now. Or no one said they was here foul now. Or how flip which they buy and check. Call another casa.
Bibi by says here, I'm not going to say, Bibi by says here, and say, NDC for a year, a year, MPP for a year. And no petrol 1 liter. Mama time 1 gallon. He's a better than a year. Say first I didn't problem. Mama say, "Oh no, I control economy and national mind." MPP for more gear, for general, Mafili, Baba, hoping.
That's some crown. And you are talking about the 15 billion.
Yes,
and then Ghanaians passed a verdict on it in 2020.
It tells you that the Okon and Kaye
are
going to
the
do.
verdict
But they won anyway.
No, you have not won in this country.
You are not getting the point. The Americans say once you get 50 plus 1, you have won the election. So whether it was in excess of 1 million or that's not that, you have won.
So the point
I'll come back for you to
the point
obey where you want. But you didn't for free.
Me just the free Accra town.
But you didn't be Mantini.
Jones.
Okay, we've got a free
Accra Newtown.
Me patcho yanko.
Me patcho ni maybe.
Patcho debut.
Me see we a fantastic journalist pa.
Radio show.
So me tebia because say you swear to abunjini na unkutu osire ni we fise ewi abebo amanu so ayeden anani so ho ebia ni o ade ni ye na wo defendi oh ni NDC for the omumba bontin NDC for the wo munyo and omumba bontin so be yeden embeka but then before there ade ni ni wo kra we still almost ade ni wo oh before me nanu so say o si papa no NPP ni no ofiabrochi no ba ampa so obi fiabrochi so abampo because ya na eti ha ya na yenim se ne eja no asisi en den efa uti se enepe to ya hin oh ni omo ke wo nyina ayesom libilibi la balibi no mu ye yes no papa apato wonga so wato wana oh Sakura president with Sakura vice president with Sakura penalist award.
This Sakura president, Sakura vice, and Sakura panelist. Ghana for is in there.
Into the American say, with all these figures, my brother, the verdict is out there. Secondly, he talked about or kasa about the taxes we should tax in Africa or even Ghana and compare the issue about with even the e-levies that even the Ghanaian people don't trust what we use our tax money for. But the white man can pay more because he knows that the money will be used judiciously.
The money will be used judiciously. What the caller also thinks. But you didn't find quite free.
Hello, Pato, me free Kukwasi, friend John.
Yo, it's your opening.
Because MPP man or moon pense some back kaya tama Ghana petrol a course through na driver for 80 feet. More a demonstration one craha. Abasabasa cry see craha cry from La Paz. And one of the part of Accra baby. Asabasa see na Amrena Ukraine a friend saying Russia na omunto kwano na enyanya yiu. Na omunkunye. Now some na chesa ahuchene certificate. This before no some kasana some di sa Ukraine Russia ntokano na omu confuse. Nipa brebi o hwe musuba na mo kwa se uti compound na se akrebi o ye ehwe bia se oba udam na se odidi a odi abiane ne so na se odi abankwa di ye nano adi bia ye nkuku so na odi abiane ne akradi su ka o akra no wa men ti na o chese
oba pending gbenyo pa o
yeah
akra no ba no so na de fa abankwa no bi ye na no na de aye no na udi wa de obi ba no so ka sa akra no na enye wa mani bi so
When did you
odi ye na no kwa
Sure, many also can say before COVID, the indicators indicated good. And by 2019-2020, once the IMF and Pobeka said, no, your figures are not. No.
Okay, so
It's
we'll
true.
come back to that.
No, I didn't say that.
But we didn't find quite free.
But they disputed it.
Hello?
This
Hello?
informations. You can
Mpenny for Pacho, Mummy call an attention, Pacho. Pacho didn't find quite free.
open my film tape with a crowd.
Open it too.
What a Uncle
All right, at
Then
no, but Saturday now we can't
the figure, the World Bank or the IMF.
This is the IMF
You wait.
website.
No, too.
Every information you want with IMF.
You're in the media.
We have always been asked to tread cautiously.
Good.
Because
I have not seen it. There.
Say the rate at which we were borrowing, you know.
Yes.
Say I'm sure a bit more confident about.
No, some
And in fact, I confess about.
Some kind
Yes.
different. But some kind
Yes.
different.
Even beyond that.
IMF said that. Yes.
Hello?
But you didn't find quite free.
Who said it?
But you also a fraud and free.
Yes, I'm allowed not to Kakadu with every family dancing.
Kakacho Fayanko.
You tell me now more. NPP in the Kasa say, a private allowed not to Kakadu.
Kakadu, what's the MVP in that day?
Almost said, maybe Papa would have watched Josica. Papa who are Josicano. And I would be Zicada, and probably one of the in the Scottish fire. And say, we are Okoboka, the wood is what the Papa and Josica. And then I hold me, Papa. And then I don't know about 2016-17 and a problem by there. And the NDC. What they have to 28.
Mati Kakadu.
Russia and Ukraine, problem because you were in this country when the Russian ambassador came and said, no, don't put your issues on this.
Oh, but see,
my brother.
Russian ambassador will say that. I mean, Russian ambassador will say that. Look, every ambassador has been taught
Debbie, this is the first time that the ambassadors are coming out to intervene in domestic issues.
Last caller.
This is the first time.
Last caller. But I say ambassadors no move here. Last caller. But you didn't find quite free.
You from me, Chimpan over where I worry for Kunabobra. Yeah, me put you a program, move Yahamana, and check a crama, Esramua.
One hour, Mate.
Say, campaign time no unim nearby. Incompetent Mahama administration, incompetent Mahama administration, and then Adani super incompetent Nanado administration. So we will send you about. We'll send you about. NPP ni no on or yen who to say Sebi Anuma Kone. Like or dear Ghana for a diagro and I said, or dear diagro. Or dear diagro. And yes, say. And then only Ghana hana, and then Ukraine, or China COVID, see, Nino Mubua. I said, you never papa, and can.
That's it, mention. Oh, they're carrying them, Paul.
Because of this.
2 chances or no, 1 chance.
Which this will mean any chances there. The one Casa the whole thing. Yeah, good. But the important thing is that you see, with all the challenges, you have COVID tax, you have Bola tax, special petroleum tax, energy sector levy, and so on, included with the ESLA we left for you to take care, even if going by.
Sinking.
Yes, for the energy sector alone, we created a tax to take care of that. Sikana yanyano a 17 billion our kano. Sikano from SLI alone is over 24 billion. A 17. Can we declare mudi akwajiawa? And as we talked this morning, the energy minister himself has agreed that we need more production. No. The energy sector, Matthew Poku Prempe, has talked about. Yes, it has. Look, my brother, there's no time to go into
thank you very much for coming, Honorable Timothy Ataboadey Awontiirim.
Why am I meaning Kasama? The whole day on Kasadi.
Asafo-Adjei. And when you are more campaign, but on the MPP for Bogamum, MPP for more external affairs, or no, and our deputy director, and an Asafo-Adjei Ayeh. International way say, you know, I don't know why we was a very. They'll call winning.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Oh, a big man.
I saw Kasache at the beginning. The
big man there.
I wasn't worried about the time.
2 to 6 on original 91.9 FM. Yeah, the Adwene Kasa. Ebe bro, wechna anopa ebe san aba. Nyame nhyira wo. So tie. Bye bye.